Good evening, my friends. It's Friday evening, but it will be posted morning, 19th of November. Nice to be with you. It's late, but I'm happy to do this reading. And first I will start. Thank you so much for your comments and for your likes and for subscribing to me. As I said before, and I'm doing readings with Cheryl Mondays and Wednesdays, so please remember about that at 11 Mountain Time. Okay, as I said before, DOJ, Merrick Garland, will appoint special counselor, and it's happened today. So the special counselor, his name is Jack Smith. And Garland, I said, will be afraid that Republicans would like to impeach him, and that's the case. So, yes, he is saying that Trump announced his running for presidency, but I think it was more to protect shielded the story that it wouldn't get lost. So Garland chose a new special counselor, Jack Smith. How will he do? That's the question. And first I saw him smelling roses. I thought, oh gosh, it will last forever. And maybe that's the case. It might go slower. But hope. And then I saw a wood chopper. Wood chopper is symbol of hard-working guy who knows what he is doing, hitting the wood, and going with the progress. So eventually, yes, that guy will do the job because that's he's trying to do it. And when the wood is chopped, watch for don't come too close because you will be hit. And my mom's family, my grandfather's family, had the names in Polish, wood chopper, Siekludzki, chopping the wood. So it was in our blood since 1300. That name was existing in that little church close to Warsaw. Patty Palmer is asking question. Do you see the investigations of Biden's son Hunter? I was saying I was surprised that they didn't pull that investigation before the election last time, the 2020, but they couldn't because they didn't have enough votes in a house. Now they are going to do this. I'm sorry. And it's not about Hunter. They don't care about Hunter. They care about Joe Biden. They are afraid of him running for presidency. So, I forgot to bring the cards. And that's the reason that's what they are doing. And when I closed my eyes, I saw a vision of the, how you call this? From mythology. It is aiming for weakest point, and this is the not afraid of power. Achilles heel. So this is a symbol of weakest point in Biden's body. His son is the weakest one because Bo was very strong, so they wouldn't have anything against Bo, but Bo is gone. And they want to attack Hunter because he was doing drugs. He was involved in Burisma, I think that's the name of the company in Ukraine before. So they want to use that against Biden. They don't want him to run for presidency. And they think that way they can catch him by the heel, and that will destroy him. How that will go? 3 cards. and they will have some reason to celebrate. Biden will be afraid, and it will be connected with his son Hunter. Somehow that will be connection between two of them. Republicans will be going forward with that thing. Long time ago I said that I can see that in Congress. I didn't know when, because we never, as psychics, we never know the time. Steph Graham, I'm sorry, Steph. Will Tesla Auto survive and even grow despite the erratic behavior of Elon Musk? I wish I can be more optimistic. Long time ago, about 3 years ago, before even the vaccines was developed, I remember I had a gentleman from Indonesia who was living in Indonesia. He was from USA, and he wanted to invest in Tesla, and he asked me about Tesla. And I said, I see volcano, a huge mountain, but the volcano is empty inside, burned out completely. And logically, I thought, what am I? And I told him, I don't understand why I'm seeing this. I was really shocked. But now when I'm watching what Elon is doing with the Twitter, it's like burning the volcano to the ground, completely cold. And it was something that time I thought, what are you telling him? Because it was, and the next few weeks that the Tesla was doing so good. But as a psychic, I have to be patient, and I had the vision for long time ahead. And at the same time, he was asking about investing money in those drugs, and I was all the time telling him that all of the drugs will have side effects. So that was something that I didn't like. But every time he named some company, they were foreigner's name for me, and I was all the time having some backside side effects or whatever connected. So this was the, and I thought, ooh. He probably lost interest in asking me any more questions, and I never had him back. Usually people are coming back for readings. I think it was not the first time that we met. And it was devastating for me to see that. I know how much Roman was impressed with Tesla. But Tesla is... Musk is, when the first time I was asked about Twitter, I said that I see him in a graveyard, standing in empty hole in a graveyard, ready for putting the coffin inside. I didn't see the coffin, but he was standing on the narrow path of the grave, well, freshly dig grave. So I thought, oh, he doesn't want to commit to a contract. He wants to put this in the grave, but he couldn't. He was forced to buy it, and now he lost so many thousands of workers. Like it's only 2,000 workers is working, which is probably 12%. Amazing small number to run the big company like he has. And I was wondering, and today I thought, is he having any problem? Because I know that he is a genius. So I check Elon Musk and Asperger and Boch. There was a Saturday Night Live from 2021, not long ago, 1 year ago, and that he admitted that he has Asperger syndrome. And that will explain his behavior under so much stress. he is not street smart. He is genius on one way, but on the being a street smart, he's not capable of understanding other people's, how they react, how they feel. And in the big decisions making like this, he thinks he can make an order and everyone has to obey. No, it's very hard for some people to deal with this, especially that he has only people who will say, yes, sir, and then the whole group of others will say, kiss with you, and so that sometimes will be very hard for him to understand, and I feel sorry for him, because it's not his fault that he is the way as he is. So, and in the previous video, I said that something for Twitter will be to celebrate. So hopefully someone will give him a hand to buy it of him and repair the damage that it was done, because it will be hard to lose Twitter completely. But I think he's thinking about putting Twitter for bankruptcy. So maybe that will be the last avenue for him. But I answered this before, so I'm not going to pull cards. Alexandra Cambridge, she is wondering, what about West's support of Ukraine? Will the Republican Congress pull back military and financial aid? And I saw the Biden being on one leg chained to the ground. So it will be really hard for him to move forward. And as well, someone pulling puppets from like a puppet theater. So I think there is a lot of Republicans who are puppets, and they are Russian puppets, and they will be working against the help to Ukraine, and we have to be worried about that. So how that will work? Because Taylor Greene is already saying that they are not going to help, and that happy Ukraine, that happy Jew family, it would be good, still will be okay, because rainbow over the family, hard work, and they will have to think long distance how to help Ukraine. It might be slow, they might slow it. It wouldn't be as fast as it was, but I think eventually they will have to be helpful, because over 2 million of Ukrainians are living in Poland, and now probably more will be coming, because they can't really survive the winter in the conditions that they are exposed to. No light, no power, no water. So they will have to probably going back to Poland, or to immigrate again. And when I was watching Pelosi saying goodbye in the Congress, I was so impressed with how warm she was, how street smart must she have been for so many years, that people were relaying to her. They were giving her hugs. They felt comfortable around her. It is that her psychological knowledge of people is so amazing. That was helping her to survive. I remember my grandfather was always complaining about my mom, that she's book smart, but he never thought that she is a street smart. And on another hand, he was always telling me, you will be fine, because you are street smart. My mom is much smarter than me. He said, you are smarter, you know how to deal with people. And this is something that I never completely understood. But when I was watching Pelosi, when some people were emotional, they want to cry, they want to hug her, they want to tell her how they relate to her like a mother figure. And that was so overwhelming. Of course, Republicans didn't show up, and Kevin McCartney didn't show up as well. So yes, he will be observing this eventually, and how he will feel when he was watching this later on TV, because he had meeting with Stephen Miller. He had a lot of distress in himself, the Five of Wands, being in the turmoil. What he will put, he knows he will receive, that people will not appreciate his commitment to them, because he can't be that warm and kind person. And he needs a lot of healing to learn how to be a healer for his party. He has not that kind of knowledge. And it's not that he can gain it or not. Mama Cat, where do you see Liz Cheney and Adam Kissinger in a few years? And I saw Liz Cheney transforming from a little domestic cat to a lion. So she might be pulling out now for a while and be more domestic. Eventually, I see her getting on the big arena when Trump will be done, and she will be fighting with the other Republicans for her status. And she will tell them, I told you so, I told you so. I'm just watching for if it will stop or not, my camera. So, and then about Kissinger, Adam Kissinger. What will be his future? I saw a plane on a show, like those planes, they are making some show off in the skies. So I think he will be doing some shows, maybe for CNN, MSNBC, or other station, and he will be still visible. We will have to pay attention. So 3 cards for Liz. I'm praying that it wouldn't show me that something, because I wouldn't even know that it stopped until I was done. So Liz Cheney, closing one paragraph on her life. She will start a new, fun, loving, but she will be secure. Angel of security will guide her where her position in the world is. And Adam Kissinger. And yeah, first he will be feeling defeated with 10 of Swords in his body. He will spend time with his family. He will feel depressed. He will feel, oh, I can't do anything. But I have the feeling that I will pull 3 more cards, because I still feel that he will go further. So if it will stop, forgive me if I wouldn't say goodbye, because usually 19 and several minutes. Eventually he will have some hope. He will resolve some secrets and go different directions. So maybe more on the arena of... I'm just checking if this damn thing will stop on me. Patricia Epperson. Iran is saying that they are going to kill 15,000 arrested Protestants. Will they do that? And will people rise up? And they are already doing this for 8 weeks. I didn't have it will not be as in, I don't think it will stop. I think it will be going okay. At least I'm trying my best to answer the questions now. And I think that they will not go as badly as they were doing in 1980s, because they were more in control. This time they are afraid of the people who are protesting, because it's all over the country, and there is such a huge amount of young people who were not even born in 1980s. So they will be, it's a new movement. They can't kill so many thousands of young people. They will do some of them they will kill. They will probably destroy their abilities to be on universities, because they are very young, 14 and up. And they will have to pull it back and slow down. I will put 3 cards, and maybe I will have to, maybe I will see something. Okay. They can't do too much, because they will shoot themselves with the gun in the foot. So they have to be cautious. I saw a gun in the pocket, the in the cover, whatever. And someone is shooting. That's stupid. So I don't think they would like to do it. They will have to respect. And it's 9 weeks that the Iranians are fighting already. Still will be fights. Still will be aggression from the top. People will be strong and stronger and stronger. They will have to, the empire, symbol of empire, the top guy will have to change the rules. Eventually, I will put 3 cards again, but I will put some of them back, because I want to know more. And it's maybe not the last, last whistle. They might have to calm down the revolution, but eventually this is obvious that people are not happy with this status that, women are cutting hair, they are pulling those covers. It shows they don't want to obey those rules. They want to feel more free and more in control of their lives. So that's what is so amazing, that after so many years, it shows how big amount of population is not accepting anymore the old rules. There will be security eventually. Schools will be open and new rules will be learned, and people will be going back to what they were dreaming about for so many years. So planting new trees and feeling happy and content. Tess Lake, can you do a reading on Senator Mitch McConnell? I'm worried for his safety surrounded around. Well, I think he deserved what he deserved, but that's my opinion, and I will stay away. And when I closed my eyes, I saw him on the water ski. I remember when I was learning water skiing, and I was very young. I didn't do that for a long time. It's so hard to keep them both under the water, over the water, and I saw one going under, so he will flip. Something will cause him to be under the water. And I don't think he will have the super, it is like one will be part of the his Senate seats will be for him, another will be against him. Under the water and above the water, no matter what, he will be drowning. So you have probably, that's like reason to worry about him, but he will have to slow down, go different directions. His wife, two. This one I don't understand. I think the future will explain, because there is two women, and they will be probably, the women will start protesting that they are not allowed to be as visible in Republican Party as they are in Democratic side. So that will be the downfall for Republicans Party, that women are not in the powers. They are not in the equal. They don't have equal rights anymore, and that will be destroying their party. The Supreme Court was created, and every Republican state that they want to not allow the abortion, that will cause a lot of disarray. So some people will be pro-abortion, another will be against, and that will be the big shift. And women's rights will be there. So that's the two women. That is the symbol of movement that will be pulling out of the Republican Party, and it is already showing on this last election. Okay, now I will share with you another of the remedies that I got. So many, most of them were very interesting, but this one is by Valerie Rodriguez. Thank you, Valerie. For diarrhea, boil about 7 cloves of whole cloves. So I just want you to know what I'm talking about. Okay, whole cloves, and they smell so nice. They look like little nails. I call them nails. And because if you don't have a nail, you can actually put this in. I'm just kidding. They are so nicely smelling. If you have a toothache, you can put them as well, and it will stop the pain. But use 7 cloves, 3 cups of water, boil for 5 minutes, let it cool off for 5 minutes, so not too long, and drink half of a cup after each trip to the bathroom. I have to try to check this on my husband. I was giving him so many different remedies. Oh gosh, but it works. It works. So rice soup, chicken soup on the rice, and rice with chicken and carrots for the second. So I'm not giving him any fresh fruits, vegetables, and any acidy fruits. 1 more week, and so 6 more treatments, and he will be done with the treatment. And I just praying that it will be easy to go back from the hard time that he is going through. Thank you so much for your prayers for his health, and we have to pray for you, for your safety, security, and for your well-being as well, and for safety and security of the people of the world, that there will be no wars, no destruction, that we can reach the best in humans, that those few guys on the top who got too much power will be moved out, and they will be dismissed. that Elon Musk will get some help because he doesn't know really what he is doing right now. So it would be nice if he will be able to get help and without destroying his company and so many people's lives, because they are losing jobs. And maybe before the company will go for bankruptcy, they will be able